Hello, welcome to another lesson. This lesson explains how data is protected while moving across networks. So that means we are going to be considering network security basics. Network security focuses on securing communication between systems, and having a good understanding of this helps explain why attackers often target traffic in transit rather than stored data. So, what's the importance of network security? It is important because modern systems rely heavily on networks. Data is constantly moving between systems. Network connects users, servers, and services. Attackers target data while it is in motion. This one is very common, and one link can expose many systems. Now, let's proceed to what a network is. What is a network? Networks enable digital communication. A network is a collection of connected devices, and those devices communicate using defined protocols. And networks include local and wide area environments, and they form the foundation of modern computing. Without network or networking, I can tell you that there is nothing like modern computing. Now, what does network security focus on? Network security protects communication paths. It protects data in transit, it controls which systems can communicate, and it detects malicious or abnormal traffic. Lastly, it prevents unauthorized access. What are the common network threats that we have or that we can experience? Networks face a range of attacks. The first one is eavesdropping on encrypted traffic. The second one is man-in-the-middle attacks. The third one is unauthorized network access. And lastly, we have malware spreading across connected systems. What are network boundaries? Not all networks are equal in trust. So, what are network boundaries? We have internal networks, we have external networks, we have trusted and untrusted zones, and segmentation help us reduce risk and manage things properly. Internal network or trusted zone represents the private, that is the trusted network. We can call it a local area network, which is managed by an organization. And this zone houses sensitive data, user workstations, and servers that require high level protection. But for external network or untrusted zones, this refers to network outside organizations' control, most notably the internet, and it is considered a source of potential threats. Another one you should know is the demilitarized zone or DMZ. We can also call it the semi-trusted zone. And this is a subnetwork inserted between the internal and external networks to add a layer of security. It acts as a buffer zone, typically hosting public-facing services such as the web, the email, and DNS servers to isolate them from the internal local area network. And to manage all of this, segmentation is very essential because it is the one that helps us reduce risk. Now that we have a good understanding of network boundaries, let's proceed to understand what a firewall is. So what is a firewall? A firewall control network traffic. They act as traffic control mechanisms. They allow or block traffic based on rules. They enforce security policies, and they serve as a first line of defense. What are the examples of firewalls? Firewalls are used in practical ways. They block unwanted inbound traffic. They allow only specific ports. They restrict outbound connections, and they separate network zones. Now to network segmentation. Segmentation limits attacker movement. So networks are divided into smaller zones. Then lateral movement is restricted. Lateral movement means moving from one system to another or moving from one subnetwork to another. So with the help of segmentation, we can always restrict that. Also, blast radius of attacks is reduced and control and visibility is improved with the help of network segmentation. Let's now proceed to understand secure protocols. Secure protocols protect communication. So we have HTTPS instead of HTTP. HTTPS should be used because it is having an SSL. We also have SSH instead of Telnet. Telnet is not as secure, so SSH is better. And we have encrypted communication channels, and all of this prevents interception. Let's look at encryption in transit. Encryption protects data while traveling. Data can be scrambled during transmission with the help of encryption, and only intended recipients can read it because they are the ones with the decryption key. And encryption prevents eavesdropping, and it is critical for privacy and trust. We will consider network monitoring. Monitoring helps detect threats early. Traffic patterns are observed with the help of monitoring. Anomalies are detected with the help of monitoring, and suspicious behavior can be identified as well. And monitoring supports incident response. That is, network monitoring helps with incident response. We have considered this in one of our previous lessons. So if you're yet to see the video for logging and monitoring, then I would advise you do that. Next, we have network security and the CIA triad. Network security also underpins core security principles. Confidentiality is protected through encryption, integrity is protected through secure protocols, availability is protected through controlled access, and all three depend on the network. What are the common network security mistakes? Mistakes weaken network defenses, and we should avoid them. So, what are the mistakes we should avoid? Flat networks without segmentation. Flat networks are networks that do not have segmentation, that when an attacker gets in, then they can move laterally. That's a flat network. Also, we have weak or overly permissive firewall rules. What's the essence of firewall? Or what's the essence of using a firewall when you are having overly permissive rules? You should avoid that. Also, we have unencrypted network traffic. All network traffic should be encrypted. And we have lack of monitoring. Every secure network must have proper monitoring so that you can be able to see what exactly is happening within the network. Now, what have we learned so far? In this lesson, we have seen why network security is essential. We've noted that networks are constant attack surfaces, that data must be protected in transit, and that segmentation limits damage, and that visibility strengthens security. Now, let's take a test together. Here is the question. Which control is primarily used to allow or block network traffic based on rules? Pause the video, read through the options, pick your answer and drop in the comments, and then come back to play the video. So what's the correct answer? The correct answer is B. That is firewall. That's all for this lesson. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also drop a comment. I would like to know what you feel about this lesson. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.